Good evening. Welcome to Empower Show. This is a show that focuses on people and workplace. We are glad that you joined us today. And today it's an amazing show. I believe you're going to enjoy it. Today I have an amazing guest. His name is Pastor Gigi. Welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Please say hi to our viewers.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Delighted to be here. I hope I'll be able to speak into the matters.
Yes.
Yes.
Beautiful. We're on a journey, and we say that God desires that workplaces be a place that we enjoy, all of us, as an employer and also as an employee. And that is why the focus today also, we are looking at the work environment. What do we mean by work environment? Work environment can mean so many things to many people. Employee is looking for a place I earn my money. Maybe the employer is looking for a place they're going to make money and all that. But someone is looking for an ideal work environment. Pastor Gigi, what is an ideal work environment?
That's a very difficult thing to achieve
Yes.
because you will find in an average work environment. So first of all, let me call it average.
Yes.
In the typical, I think that's what I mean. In the typical work environment, people come with different expectation, and so I think most work environment cannot be totally ideal for everyone, but I think it's a negotiated situation between the employer and the employees. So it's negotiated in many ways.
Yes.
So the employer is looking for people to, to function, to deliver services, whatever the services are, and employees are looking for an opportunity to work and exercise their gifts and develop their professions, employ their skills and professional skills for that matter. So the environment can vary. Again, depends on the nature of work, the industry. So different industries produce different work environments. And I know that sometimes people find they are not fitting in specific work environment. They feel, the bank work environment is different from a manufacturing work environment. So I would say it's difficult to find an ideal, good, perfect work environment. I think it has to be negotiated between the employer and the employee.
Wow, that is beautiful. You mentioned something, negotiating between these two parties.
Yes.
And that is very, very key because for me to work for you and you to work, or for you to be my employer, we must agree at some point.
Exactly.
And that negotiation sometimes lacks amongst the people at workplace. And you find sometimes that is where you have complaints at work environment. People are complaining, this is not what I expected. I looked forward to a good job again. And you find that people at some point, they'll say, I love my job, but the environment is not good.
Yeah. I've had that a lot. And now I could speak from both sides.
Yes.
Because I have been an employee, reporting to some bosses.
Yes.
I did what I was being told. Hopefully I wasn't a very, difficult guy. And I had people working under me. Because I was, I rose up to senior management. So I had people working under me. I also was, working under some supervision. So I hear that situation where somebody is really feeling like they are not fitting.
Yes.
They like their job, but they don't like the work environment.
True.
And again, so that comes up. I think the question is how you kind of like bring that matter out, and you're able to like speak with your employer. I don't know. You see, when I think about employers who now are faced with this situation where they like their job, they don't like the environment, I think depending on the level, okay,
Yes.
there are some levels where you probably would have to endure that whatever is set before you.
Yes.
But if somebody is at a supervisory or management level, there is always something they can do about it. Depending on your employer, there is a level of responsibility given. So in other words, you can actually shift that work environment. You can make it better for yourself and for your team, if you are a team leader. So it's not helpful just to complain.
Yes.
I think there is always something somebody can do. And if you can't negotiate, some of the, issues around the work environment, you can then defer that to your boss, and then maybe your boss can defer that to his boss, and then you can escalate that to the employer in a professional way. I guess you being a HR professional, you know how that game is played.
Yes, it has to go through the reporting lines. I escalate to my boss. In case they don't do anything, it goes to the next level like that.
Yes.
But when it comes to this work environment, Pastor, sometimes maybe my expectations are also not well known by my employer.
Yes.
And because it's something I'm keeping towards inside myself, and the employer is not able to know exactly what I'm looking for, I may feel like I'm not getting it.
Yes.
And then most of the time, you find that we blame the employers. We blame our managers. We blame our supervisors. And hardly will I come to a point as an employee and say, I blame myself.
Yeah, and and work environment can actually be, the environment can actually be ideal, or you can struggle in a work environment.
Yes.
For various reasons. There are various reasons why people struggle in certain work environment. One of them could just be lack of skills, the appropriate skills.
Yes.
Perhaps your skills don't fit the work environment.
Right.
And so here you are. Of course, you want the job, but
Yes.
but you don't have the skills to execute that job well, the skills and the talent.
Yes.
You probably want both to align. Both you're skilled and you're also talented, and that there is also a fit between who you are and the work.
Yes.
And I will give you an example.
Yes.
So, different people are different. So, if, for example, you're trying to work in the marketing department,
Yes.
and that's a very interesting one,
Yes.
sales and marketing. There are people who naturally fit in the sales and marketing.
True.
They love the adventure, being out of the office. They love the out of the office environment, talking to people,
That's
negotiating.
true.
They are
Yes.
hard-nosed negotiators, and they are always, excited about some kind of conquest, and do the hard stuff,
Yes.
negotiating. And then when they come back to the office with this check, you can see the energy.
The energy, the excitement.
The excitement.
Yeah.
So, but there are other people who are exactly the other side. I mean, if you look at it in terms of personality differences, like introversion versus extroversion. So the extroverted people who are outgoing, they love the outdoors, they love, they draw their energy from interacting with other people.
Yes.
Those people fit marketing very well. Whereas people who are more introverted, like the accounting type, and the engineers and the software designers, those guys are happy just behind in the back, what we call back office.
Back office.
So I think one of the leading causes of misalignment in terms of work environment is can go as deep as personality. So here you are, you're trying to be a marketer, but you don't have the personality that is required to really perform. So that discrepancy, that lack of fit can be a very major source of frustration.
Yes.
And then you may actually think that it's your employer, it's your environment that is wrong, while it's actually you who, it's like trying, I put it this way, it's trying to fit square pegs in round holes. Yes.
You're right. Thank you so much. Yeah, most of the times you realize, for example, I leave campus or I leave college, and I'm looking for a job.
Yes.
You find people coming and telling us, I can take any job. I can do anything. Even marketing, yes. Sales, do you understand? You have to go out to the market and talk to people. I'm ready for that. And why this person is saying this is because they don't have anything else to do. And you have found employers giving such people such jobs.
Yes.
But after a short period of time, this person feels, no, this is not what I'm made for. It's not working for me.
Exactly.
They start getting frustrated. And at the same time, they forget their words.
When they showed up at the door,
Yes.
at the interview table,
Yes.
they were ready to do anything.
Yes, they were ready to do
So
anything.
especially because of the desperation to get your foot into the door.
Yes.
So yes, cleaning toilets, I'll do it.
I'll
you
do
know,
it.
I'll be the driver, and I also head marketing.
Yes. I'm ready for it.
Yes, correct.
Okay, it also works. Sometimes you find people get in, this was not my line, but I get in, an opportunity comes up that actually it's my line. And you end up getting there. And you find most of the people will come and get into such opportunities because they want to get into the company, to get into the organization. So you get your leg in with hope that my opportunity will open up. But even it takes long, you know, when the hope takes so long, when your expectations take so long, nothing is happening, you find this person start feeling like, this is not mine.
Yep.
Okay, thank you for that. Maybe you want to add something before I ask you something else?
I think the whole idea is that so even some of the other issues that come into play is at the level, you know, at what point you are in terms of your career. People who are at the beginning of their career have to be a bit flexible.
Yes.
It's at a stage of your career. You just come out of college.
Yeah.
So yes, it's true. You may have to do any work. So, and unfortunately, a lot of our people who come to the work environment come with a straight jacket thinking. I was trained in marketing. I am going to a marketing department. I was training as an accountant. I'm going to the accounting department. Or IT. I'm going to the IT department. So a lot of people come with those very hard-lined, straight jacket thinking to the work environment, which is really never helpful, especially at the early stage of one. I think people should be more open because clearly most people find, and this is my own experience, 10 years down the line, you're probably never doing what you trained at the university for or
that
college.
Is true.
Yeah,
that
sure.
Is true.
So how comes? So yeah, I mean, for example, I did engineering for my bachelor's. So the other day I told someone like that, and he started calling me engineer immediately, and it's like, really? I haven't been called an engineer for a long time.
Yes, that's true.
Anyway, and they were very excited about calling me an engineer. Yes. But I only did engineering related work for the first employer and the second one, but I was never the workshop guy. You know, I love the smell of grease. Oh, by the way. When I go to the workshop, I love the smell of grease.
Wow, you're an engineer, in fact.
So very interesting.
Yes.
So yeah. So, but then I found myself in management. Right from the beginning. I went to do technical support for the Minister of Works where I was working. Then after that, I went to a marketing. Of all places, I went to do marketing. Yes.
Wow.
So sales and marketing. Nice. So I shifted. So that's the point.
Thank you very much. As you get to go to, we are supposed to take a break in a short while, and as we come back, I want us to look at it from the other side. You are a pastor.
Yes.
Can you look at this work environment from the biblical perspective? Because we believe that God, as being the author of everything, and everything belongs to him, I believe he has a picture of what he expects our workplace to be. And that is what we are coming up to discuss. Thank you so much for being with us. Please keep interacting with us. We are live on Facebook and also on YouTube. Kindly give us your feedback. Please don't go away. We'll be back.